Desserts really don't get more British than trifle, and this is the most patriotic of them all. Packed with delicious fruit, it's a red, white and blue trifle. It looks great, it tastes amazing, and will be the perfect centerpiece for any table. Now this trifle actually has 5 layers. You've got the base, the jelly, the custard, the fruit and the cream, and that's exactly how we're going to make it. So to start with, you're going to need a large glass bowl, and I'm going to start with the base. And I've got Madeira cake here, which I've cut into 1.5 centimetre slices, and I'm just going to fan it round the base, making it look quite pretty. Take that all the way around, covering the bottom. So now I'm going to add 3 to 4 tablespoons of sloe gin, but you can also use cassis as well. I've got 400 grams of blueberries, and I'm going to sprinkle 2/3 over the base, and I'm going to keep the rest back for decoration at the end because they look really pretty. Okay, so I've got 600 millilitres of blueberry juice heated, and to that I'm going to add 5 sheets of gelatine, which I've been soaking for around 5 minutes. Now before I add them, what I'm going to do is gently squeeze out any excess water, and then I'm going to stir them until they're completely dissolved. Once they're dissolved, I'm going to add it to my jug, and once it's cooled, I'm then going to transfer it into the base of my trifle. And that's going to go in the fridge for 3 hours until it's completely set. So my jelly's set beautifully. Now onto the custard. Now I've used 2 70-gram packets of custard with 700 millilitres of boiling water. That's just over a pint. And I stir to dissolve. I've allowed this to cool completely because I'm going to pour it over my jelly. Now to finish off the custard, I'm going to add 50 millilitres of cream, and then I'm going to add the seeds of a vanilla pod. So I'm going to cut that in half, slice it down the middle, open it up, and then scrape all those lovely seeds out. Now adding the cream and the vanilla to the custard really makes it something special and tastes fantastic. So that's mixed in beautifully, so I'm going to gently pour it over the jelly. So that's going to go back in the fridge for 30 minutes until the custard's set. My custard is set beautifully, so now it's onto the fruit layer, and I've got 450 grams of raspberries and 400 grams of strawberries, and what I've done, I've separated 150 grams of each because I'm going to blitz it up and make a fruit puree, which will be delicious. So I'm going to empty it into the food processor, and I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of sugar and give that a blitz. So that's mixed beautifully. So now I'm going to lay the fruit onto the custard carefully. I've cut the strawberries into quarters, just so they're bite-sized pieces. I'm just going to sprinkle them evenly over the top. And that's looking really luxurious. So now I'm going to pour over my puree. Now for the final layer, the cream. And you want a soft whip with your cream, which I have here. And I'm going to spoon this on top. And it's nice to have some lovely soft peaks on top. It makes it look really pretty. And the final touch to this red, white and blue trifle is of course the blueberries that I kept back from a little bit earlier. So I'm going to sprinkle those on top to add a little bit of colour. You can also use other types of soft fruit like blackberries or black currants. So that looks fantastic, a real British treat, red, white and blue trifle.